then, or not difficult, but if you'd only ever seen Sledgehammer, you might have had a little bit of trouble.
Sure. Just trying to think if there's any other questions I got about Peter Gabriel and the way he looks. What does
But I'm not Peter Gabriel.
No, I know.
Oh,
I know. But
Yeah.
I'm just thinking a lot of people are, Gabriel fans.
It's true.
They might have questions about him. Just trying to make sure. I'm trying to get myself in the mindset of any Gabriel fan. What does he? Would he normally wear a suit on stage, or would he wear like a smock? Because he's quite a sort of down on the farm kind of guy.
He wears all black with great big trench boots.
Okay, interesting.
And he skips in the trench boots.
No, Blinded Me by Silence, we played a couple of weeks back. That was Thomas Dolby. Yeah. For those that are just tuned in, Louis C.K.'s American Comedian. He sat so far away from the microphone that he's just a sort of distant North Atlantic voice. But he asked a question. Why don't we have more music? Because I feel like this is not... You've interrupted me, my flow. I was just obsessed with Gabriel now. I've offended Charlie and...
No, I'm fine. Don't worry. It takes much more than that.
Charlie, what else are you going to play for?
We're going to play a song just a recently written one called Tongue Tie.
Brilliant, thank you. Charlie Winston, fantastic. Thank you so much. Apologies for getting sidetracked asking you questions about Peter Gabriel before. Let me ask you some questions about you. Do you prefer Genesis with Peter Gabriel or his... and there's an album, I'm right in saying, Make Way?
Yeah.
That's available? Are both those tunes on there?
No.
No? Yeah, no.
No. Just Like a Hobo.
Just Like a Hobo,
Yeah.
right. And that's a new track that we just heard.
That's just a recently written one, yeah, mostly. I've been spending a lot of time in Paris, so it's kind of about my frustrations of trying to speak French, knowing a little bit of Spanish. And,
Yeah, the two getting blurred.
And when it comes to the crucial moment of saying something really good, it always ends up coming out wrong.
Sure. I can relate to that. Just listen back to this interview.
Yeah.
Not see me doing that previously. I hope I haven't offended with all of Gabriel questions.
No.
He's an enigma. So the album's called Make Way, and is also you're releasing the single, which is
well, we're releasing the record in. I've just been in Paris recording because there's a French label that we've licensed my music to for the next record, which is a kind of a mix of the Make Way and a new record. Yeah. And we're releasing Like a Hobo just in France for this month as a single, and then and the record in later this year. And just basically going to be working in France at the moment, and then eventually we're going to come back to England, just work it bit by bit, a little bit more independently than going for this sort of big blast everywhere.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well, listen, we've really enjoyed it. We're big fans of the show, so thank you so much.
Thank you very
Another
much.
round of applause for you, for Charlie. Thank you.
BBC Six Music.
George Lamb.
Swedish songbird Licky Lee and her new single Breaking It Up, released on August the 11th. We'll be back after the news with new music from Kings of Leon and The Streets. Back after the news.
On digital.
Dubstar Stars from their 1995 album Disgraceful. Steve Show, Six Music with me, Steve Merchant, and my gang here. We'll be listening to some of the brand new tunes that have landed into the pigeonhole in a second. We're still here with Louis C.K. Louis, you, of course, are now best friends with a colleague of mine, Ricky Gervais. He would not be aware of you if it weren't for me. I very much flagged you up to him. He checked you out on YouTube. You're now best buddies. This happens a lot. He didn't watch The Sopranos. I told him to watch it. He watched it. Ended up going to the set, hanging out with them on the set, befriending some of them. I think he's actually now in the mob.
He's in
like an honorary
Soprano.
He's an honorary mobster.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much how it works. I understand. I play my
No,
own
it's
rules.
funny because I met you guys. I told you this the other night that I met you at an HBO party, like 2 or 3 years ago or something. Because when I saw The Office, it's the greatest thing I ever saw. It's just
No, good. No, you're a man of.
You're just tired of hearing it, right?
No, carry on.
It's my favorite thing, and I just
Sure. Of course it is. No, go on. Carry on. Come on, quick.
So I was at this HBO party, and somebody said, "I'm going to introduce you to Steve Merchant and Ricky," and I really wanted to meet you more because I had the sense that you were the smart one, and he was just a buffoon who knew how to be on camera.
Sure.
Not that he's stupid or you don't know how to be on camera, but a little bit of both is probably true. But so somebody dragged me over, and I thought I was under the impression you guys wanted to meet me, but you had no idea who I was.
Didn't care.
No, didn't care. Really didn't care.
I remember because I remember thinking, "Who's this lot?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you guys both shook hands with me very barely. Just gave me the two.
That sort of limp.
My hands. Just that sort of like jiggled my hand like it was a set of keys, and then looked around for anything else to focus on. And I felt horrible. And then, like 6 months later, somebody told me, my manager, not just somebody on the street, streetcar operator, said, Ricky saw you on YouTube. You're his favorite comic. He wants to put you in his movie, playing his best friend. So I was amazed. And then I got to meet you. I always wanted to meet you.
Yeah, no, I make magic happen for people.
Yeah.
You know, I bring people together.
Yeah.
I'm a good guy.
But the Times said that Ricky and I in real life are best friends, which is embarrassing. It's just not true.
Sure.
I don't know Ricky that well. I mean, we get along great, but I don't. I've spent a total of about 80 minutes with him.
Yes.
So it's not a best friend.
That's a pretty long friend, isn't it, in showbiz circles? Ooh, that's a bit of
I
satire.
guess so. 80
isn't it?
minutes.
Ooh, I took a swipe there at show business. I don't care. It's about time someone did. Put
know.
show business back in its box.
Sacred cow. Show business.
We have the, as I say, our series of Inside the Actors Studio style questions.
Okay.
I'm just going to, it might help us get used to you. Here's a question. What would you like to apologise for? Can I direct you specifically to some of the things you were saying earlier?
Yeah.
That might be worth apologising for.
Sure.
If you could just give us a kind of blanket apology for some of the...
I could blanket. I should make a blanket apology every week or so
Yeah.
for everything I've done and said.
But I think it's difficult if you've not seen your live show where you kind of you use certain terms in a way that's creative and interesting and mocks them and yet is liberal-minded and quite intricate. It's difficult when you come on in a half-baked way on the radio.
Yes.
That can sometimes seem like you're a bigot. But we
That's
should point
true.
out that's not the case.
I'm not a bigot. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think so.
As
If I
most
am,
bigots
I'm
don't.
not. I feel pretty good about who I am. So if that technically, if I am a bigot, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not sorry.
What would you like to ban?
Ban? Oh God. I don't. Anything I say is going to sound like just a pet peeve thing, and I'd like to ban crabs. You know. Is it called the same thing here? Crabs.
You mean
Like
the
to ban
seafood?
those. No, the disease
Okay.
in your pubic hair.
You'd like to ban that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I only had it once when I was like 19, but I would like to ban it.
Okay. What
I
advice would
think
you
it is banned. I don't think it's like legal to have. Go ahead.
What advice would you give your teenage self?
Just kill yourself now. Kill yourself now. The good does not outweigh the bad for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
Just do
And
yourself.
beware of crabs.
Yeah.
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 If you could jump into any film and live the life in that film for the rest of your life, what would that film be?
I think it would be that movie Purple Rose of Cairo. Because that's,
So I guess
'cause that's what he does.
That's the same premise.
Yeah,
Sure.
And so that I could do it twice, and then go in and out of whatever movies. Yeah. So
If you could exchange lives with anyone, who would you exchange life with?
you right now,
Perfect. Great. No, you're in.
because that's close enough. I'd just go to your house and see what you have, kind of stuff you have. I'd have your keys.
What wakes you up in a cold sweat? What's your sort of recurring nightmare?
Oh, I had recently had a nightmare where it's not a recurring, but I went to about a month before this. I went to a hospital because I had a very bad back pain that my sister, who's a doctor, said might be kidney stone. So I went to the hospital and it wasn't. It was just bad back, and they gave me Percocet, and I started taking it recreationally because I never really have gotten addicted to anything. So I thought I'll be fine.
Sure.
And after about 2 weeks, I'm like, I take Percocet all the time right now.
Right.
And one night I went to sleep and I woke up. So I dreamt that somebody punched me in the chest really hard 3 times. And I woke up and my chest actually hurt. And I realized I just had a very bad chest pain.
Jeez.
And I incorporated it into a dream because I'm a creative person.
Yeah.
And so I flushed the Percocet down the toilet. And I haven't taken it. You know,
And-
I just stayed away from it.
No, that's good, and that's good advice to anyone listening.
Yeah,
Stay away
and I
from
was in a
any
cold
prescription
sweat, and I
drugs.
think I might have like died in my sleep for a second. I don't know what happened. I definitely had like a heart not okay thing.
But we should point out to anyone listening that there are other prescription drugs available to get addicted to, should you wish to.
They're fine.
And also, finally, what past deed would you like to go back and change?
Oh God, these are all regret questions.
Yeah.
They're all just terrible regret questions. What past deed would I like to change? I think I'd like to. Oh, there's so many. What's number one? I think the time I was in my grandmother's house and I was 4, and I had to. I was in the bathroom and I had to both pee and poop.
Sure.
Number 1 or number 2. I don't know why. I don't know why they call that one number 2 because it's easily my favorite. I don't know why they got it. But I was taught that little boys pee standing up, and
Right.
girls, and I had to do both.
Oh, come on, all right, I know where the rest of this is. I
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
happens here. Thank you.
Crapped on the floor.
Great, thanks. Yeah, great. I figured that out. I figured that out. Yeah.
And it was such an awful moment of shame, and it
Sure.
started a spiral of shame that leads directly to
To this
today.
moment right now,
So I think if I had managed to not pooped on the floor in my grandmother's house
you wouldn't be where you are now.
right now, no, I wouldn't be here.
Maybe
right
you'd
now.
be the doctor, and it would be your sister sat
Exactly.
here. Yeah.
I think I'd be like a lawyer or something.
Wow, your parents must be so disappointed.
They are. No, they're not, because they
Not in
thought
her.
After I pooped on the floor, I think they figured I was going to be a loser.
Sure.
So the fact that I'm doing anything,
Sure,
they're very
they're
happy.
happy.
Yeah.
Listen, I appreciate it. Thanks very much. We need to listen to a couple of new tunes and give our opinion of them.
Yeah.
Poop or Pee will be the verdict that you'll
Okay.
have on Kings of Leon. Brand new track from the new Kings of Leon album. That track free to download from their website. It's called Crawl, and the first single, Proper Sex on Fire, is out digitally September 8th and physically the 15th of September. Steve Show 6 Music, we're just listening to some new tunes, giving our verdict. It's a good way of filling up the last 10 minutes of the show. Harry, what's your opinion?
Yeah, that's their step up to big stadium rock, isn't it? That's the big swirling set opener when everyone looks at each other and goes, "Oh God, I wish you're going to play one of the quick ones soon." Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't great though, was it?
Didn't like it? I don't imagine, Rufus, that you went with it. It's a bit of a dirge for you.
It was a bit, and I've got to say, the name Sex on Fire is the stupidest name I've ever heard for a pop single. So I'm not looking forward to hearing that any more than I enjoyed hearing that.
Blimey, you've slammed.
I'm slamming
Liam.
it. You sound like he was doing a strange Ozzy Osbourne impression as well a lot of the time, which was a bit weird. Complete with Brummy.
I'm looking daggers at you right now. Yeah, because I thought that was amazing. The 4 words I have written down are dirty, dark, sweaty, grimy.
And those are good
Imagine
things?
that. Oh, they're brilliant. Imagine that in some sort of underground club where all the girls are glistening, not with sweat, but this amazing iridescence of beauty. And everyone's just too close and it's hot.
Smirnoff Ice.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah.
But I really, really enjoyed that. Probably a bit too much. And Louis commented that it was a bit Aerosmithy, and I think it's Aerosmith without the shtick. It's what they maybe could have been if they weren't that bit too silly.
Louis, I imagine that you've got nothing to say now that Sammy stole your Aerosmith comment.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to hit that one out of the park. They sound like Aerosmith.
Does it?
That's it. Well, and yeah, it was a little kind of. It was Wagnerian.
We got a new single from the Streets after this.
Monday night on
New single, is it a single? New single from the Streets, or is it just from the new album? Just from the new album, Everything Is Borrowed, which is out on the September the 15th. Well, I think we've already got Louis' opinion. You weren't happy. This is your first introduction to the Streets.
That's the worst thing I ever heard in my life.
Big words. What did you like in particular?
I just, I gotta go back to faggot. I'm sorry.
You mean this in a kind of pejorative
Sorry,
sense?
no, I can't say it. All right, I didn't know there was a problem here. No, I'm just really not enjoying that. He's just reciting stupid things over crappy music. So I just guess I didn't like it. Sorry.
Rufus, do you share that opinion?
I've had a revelation about hip hop, Steve, and rap in general with this song. Most of the rap that I really like, I can't hear what all the words are because they're going too fast. They're going faster than normal speech, and I think that's exciting and exhilarating to listen to. And it takes me 2 or 3 listens to get the words.
Yeah.
He's rapping at exactly half speed, from what I can tell in this song, and he's actually proved that rapping at half speed doesn't work because if you have to wait for